Wait. Um, yeah, I was trying to come from the lifeboat. It's been a crazy day. It's, I'm trying to do this. I'm I'm trying not to, but you'll just. Does that look terrible? I know. I don't like all that stuff showing, but it's just going to have to show. We can do it, babe. All right. You ready? Hi, everybody. Everybody is doing well. Well, doing, you're doing better than you were. Well, you just got to keep an eye on it. If you can't get better, then you need to go see the doctor. You do sound better than you did, and at least I was able to help you with dinners or lunches or so forth. What to do. Well, I was like, okay, what do I have that I can put together real quick so that she can have a surprise at church that somebody can take home? And so everybody was encouraging you to stay home, including your mother and your mother, grandmother, and your mother in law, and your grandmother in law. Probably your husband. Stay home. Then you wind up getting sick. Don't say that. It's not a good thing. Jinx every- It's a jinx every time. So I reviewed some yarn. Yep. I got some projects. He's a chunk. Oh, they're, well, I'm sure they're absolutely adorable and you're having fun with them when you go to work. You ever think you go to dogs all the time? Do you ever think you get to work and go play with dogs all the time? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Josh, Josh, yeah, yeah. Well, you're just so good with dogs. It just shows. I, I got a shirt today. You know what? I got a shirt. It says, "My what was it? My squad calls me mama." I only have one squad, but it calls me mama, and it happens. Oh yes, I don't need any other bigger squad, but it's in your favorite color. It's turquoise. I'm like, I have to get this shirt. My squad calls me mama. I'm like, yep, sure. And then they had another shirt that said "Cool Ant Club," and they didn't have one in your size too. And I thought, oh, I'd have gotten you Cool Ant Club. It was at Walmart. So if you see them in Walmart, they're like it was like $7 or something like that. Who does? Who does? It's so crazy. You work you work with dogs. Your favorite. Oh, yeah, yeah, coming through. People were still on the lifeboat when I had to hop over, so there still people. Come on, if you're on, say hi. If you're on, there. No, Sandy's coming on. She's saying hi. So yeah, Christina's favorite thing. I posted a video on YouTube this or no Facebook, and it said, "This is my 16 dogs, and this is what they do." And I, yep, that's still not enough dogs for this kid. She wants all dogs. Yeah. it doesn't matter. The breed is all dependent on. Uh, you know, there are I think across any breed there are dogs that are just genetically prone to do stuff. Yeah, exactly. Well, like this after. Well, that's what your dog was doing this afternoon because there were dogs and people walking outside, and I told her to come. She was acting foolish, and she was jumping all around, and not that she was going to bite me or nip my hand or anything, but and she's a staffy. But guess what? You're acting like a fool, and you're going right in your crate. She settled right down very quickly because I was going to have it. She knew it. Hi, Mama. Yeah, they will. Yeah. Well, my kid was like, "You want to go live?" And I'm like, "Yeah." It was funny. Your aunt called me this morning, the one that's dealing with cancer, and she's doing pretty good, but she was trying to. Her ride was running late, and I didn't sleep very well last night. Um, and so she's like, "Did I wake you up?" And I'm like, "You know what? You're allowed to wake me up whenever you want. You can wake me day or night it is, because as far as I'm concerned, you're still here right now that I can talk to, so you can call me anytime. I don't care." Yes, you're allowed. There are a very few people in my life, hi Scarlett, that can wake me up, and you're one of them. There, yeah, Jared's one, but there's a few people. I'm not a morning person at all, and I'm not. I'm like, I 2 cups of coffee and leave me alone for a little bit. Let me wake up, and I'm not a morning. I've never been a morning person. Your grandfather could have come in and said, "Reveille, reveille, hit deck, turn two," and I'd be like, "Please." Oh, I hated it. I hated getting up in the morning. I still do. Well, it's funny because coffee usually wakes me up, but at 4:30 in the morning it puts me to sleep. So I was like, okay, I'm getting sleepy. Let me go have a cup of coffee and something to eat, and then I was able to go to sleep for a couple hours. But about 9:18 here. I just know when we're done, I'm gonna go to bed. I'm tuckered. I You should go listen to the video my other keeper did today. It was really cool. It's just like a little mental health thing, but I liked her way of looking at people who struggle with diabetes or autism. That it was really good. Christine and I are gonna be on my other's keeper March 5th, 7:30 Eastern time or Central time and 8:30 Eastern. Hi Dakota. Yep. Just letting the world know we got to get rid of the stigma of what autism is. You just got home. You go, well, first of all, you have to have a certain amount of subscribers. Uh, yep, on YouTube. Well, for a while there, I couldn't go live through my phone. And eventually, as we will be getting, going through StreamYard, Christina and I, and we both have microphones. I usually use a mic. It's like this when my computer's on, and I got her the same mic, so we'll be doing that going live. But this is the way we have to do it right now because she didn't want to wait. We didn't want to wait to start it. So I do a channel just so that people know that are new, that are popped on. Please subscribe, like. In the description is both of her channels that she has. But I do a channel, and I love to crochet. She does not crochet. This is my daughter. But I do a channel that's not going to teach you how to crochet. It's not my point of my channel. My point of my channel is that people learn to be blessed to do something. And if you're dealing with chronic pain, like I do, I deal with fibromyalgia. I'm just here to help people through that, show connection. Huge thing. Go check out the lifeboat. That's how this kind of whole thing started for me. Is Captain Tommy and what he's kind of started. Um, yeah. So we just, that's what my channel's about is connection and helping people through. But you just go on your YouTube app, as you would go in and watch a video and you hit the plus sign and you can go live. And you yeah. Yeah. What was interesting, and this I never thought of it this way. And they said when they said so far when when your grandmother has actually carried you, and if I can remember how it said, because your grandmother carried your mother, and all of the eggs that the mother had for her life, then you know what I mean. So in essence, she really, in essence, had a part of all that. It's that old generation, and I thought that's really cool. Glad you were out, Dakota, last. Yeah, I was busy today because I got up and I did a yarn review on my channel at 7 o'clock and talked about connection. And then it. You can mute your. I don't need to hear you blow your nose. Not with our family the way it is. Um, my husband and I went to Walmart real quick, and I've just been busy trying to do a little project with the Lightbro crew on the side. So it's been a busy day, and I think I've had about 4 hours sleep. When this gets done, I am going to be going to bed. I am going to be going and hopefully sleeping all the way through the night. But that's unfortunately insomnia is a fibromyalgia. It's, is this not in that? You see that? Oh, we've been praying for you. Do you not see the sparkles on there? This is your mama, right? Right here. Yep. I'm gonna be making something with it. I don't know quite what yet, but that's one of the couple that I got. Yeah. Yep. Well, see, I learned how to do InShot. So some of the stuff you see on my channel with the InShot and the Canva and doing like the face, the thumbnails and stuff, I learned all the videos that I've done in my shorts and stuff have all been through InShot. But I learned how to do that through Christina, and learned she's come a long way in her editing skills. Well, it's easy for this mama to understand it to some. Yeah. Well, I loaded up like I loaded up the blanket I did for Dad. Well, we'll be praying for her. Don't die on me yet. You got a long life. Eventually it will. Keep on keeping on. Not remember a week before my wedding, you got sick before I married your dad. And and I went to the doctor and he's like, this is Tuesday and we're getting married Saturday. And I was like, the doctor's like, yeah, she has strep throat. And he said, I'm not even bothering to give her a strep throat test. I'm just going to give her antibiotics. And he looked over at me and he said, and and I just sat there and I go, can we go ahead and can you throw me some antibiotics? And he did. I said, the last thank God. He said, I'm going to prescribe it for you too, because you don't need to get sick and not be able to walk down the aisle with strep throat. I'm like, oh, thank you. We had people flying, coming in and everything. It was crazy. Well, Dakota, I'm going to tell you something. I understand that. I get that. And you're going through a grieving process right now, and that's perfectly normal. But God has you here for a reason and a purpose. And we all are here for whatever time God has asked us, is given us here on this earth. And sometimes it's shorter for it's everybody has their own timeline, and when it's up, it's up, and there's nothing you could have done to stop that. Um, and you're still here for a purpose and a reason, and just stay connected. I really encourage you to go over to the lifeboat. I really do, and get connected with some of those people there. I really, really encourage that. But no, he wasn't. He wasn't. He was starting to have trouble swallowing. He was starting to have some stuff happening that I was seeing was going to be an issue real quick, real fast. No. I think he gave up, but I also believe in the fact that God says you're here for the time you're supposed to be here. Yeah, exactly the same. Yeah, yeah. And it doesn't always. Well, it's part of the grieving process. It's, when you see someone young and then when somebody's in their 90s and they've lived a long life, and it doesn't make sense, but we're not here to judge life and death. Yep. She she came out and said the same thing the morning after he passed away, exactly the same thing. It should have been me over him, and she was in her 90s. But you know, we have to treasure every moment that we have here. And I am becoming more and more loving to be connected with my lifeboat family. And we have a project we're doing that is just going to both, it's just unbelievable what's going to happen. And I have friends that I'm just so grateful for. And we're here to be connected and help people through this thing we call life. If we think we're supposed to do this by ourselves and understand what it's like to go through, forget it. It's not supposed to do that. We're supposed to encourage each other in order to be able to help each other get through, and that's what we're doing. Well, we saw the movie The Blind with Phil Robertson. I highly recommend that to anybody out there to watch it, believer or non-believer. It is an amazing movie, and you do your judgment at the end of it. I'm not going to give the ending away. Those that don't know who Phil Robertson is, he's part of he was the one that created Duck Commander, the one that did the Duck Dynasty show, and he was an alcoholic before he got saved, and his story. And I think you watched that movie and you learned a lot that you didn't realize about him. And I'm sure it was very difficult for him to lay out his story and say, "This is who I was." But he said, if I can just save one person, then it'll be worth it. So I really encourage people to go see that. You can stream that movie. I own it. My husband and I went and saw it. It was an amazing movie, very well done, and it really says a lot about anybody. Anybody can be saved, and anybody can see it. And I highly recommend it. It was an excellent done movie, really, really done well. Yeah, yeah. We watched Lieutenant Robertson Crusoe recently. Just we were watching it. It was, I think it was Valentine's Day, or we when we were celebrating. Yeah, it's a silly movie, but it's one of my favorite. It's with Dick Van Dyke. Just you know, I just love it. We watched that one recently. It was really funny, and I've been enjoying watching Hazel. I don't know if you've ever sat and watched it, but her and I would have we would have gotten along swimmingly. She was just, you would like that show. My daughter likes I Love Lucy and MASH and all the old shows. Not any, all growing up, she wanted to watch the old ones. So, yeah. And so we watched, but I've been watching Hazel, and it really, the stuff she gets into, she and I would get along wonderfully. I mean, she's just outgoing and meddles where she doesn't, meddles and stuff, and unbelievable. So, but tomorrow, we're really work on this project I need to finish. Glad we can help out there. Yeah, I'm not one for scary ones. I like, hey, yeah, no, give me an Elvis movie. I'll take that one. Of course, I did that. I watched that with you. I, I it's hard to. Hi, Kelly. I'm going to have Kelly on my channel one of these times. She has got the greatest accent. And you know what? My friend was telling Kelly, I'm not quite sure where she's from, but she's got the greatest accent. But I was talking to a friend of mine. His name is, I think it was Chris, one of them, Christian or Misha, I can't remember. And they said they heard my accent. I said, well, people tell me I have a Florida accent, but I can't hear it. But people tell us we have Georgia. My daughter. Apparently, Floridians have them. I guess I don't know. I've never. Yeah, yeah. But apparently I have a Florida accent, but I do come out with y'all every once in a while. Says we have. I didn't. I'll come out with y'all every once in a while, even though I was raised in a city. I wouldn't go back to Florida if you pay me anything. Well, I really wish your papu, well, your great papu would have spoken Greek to me because I would have been fluent in it. I'd have been very, yeah. Like if I say baklava, I say it correctly. I say it, but comes out. Or moussaka with the things. And I wish, yeah, because I could have been fluent. But back then, when I was growing up, it wasn't something that was popular. But he could speak fluent Greek because when his grandfather or his dad would make him speak Greek to him, and his father would speak English to them, so that they would keep their Greek and he would perfect his English. And I used to walk in the house with my grandfather, and I used to say, "Yasu, yasu, yasu papu tikanis." Well, tikanis is how are you? And Yasu or Opa is something that's very familiar in any kind of party that a Greek has. Love to. One of these days, I'm gonna learn how to speak Greek. And Papu is grandfather in Greek, and Yaya is grandmother in Greek. But in your grandmother's case, she refused it because she thought she'd come out at being Yo-Yo instead of Yaya. Well, you call your dad's mother Yaya. Yep. Well, you're the kid that could understand geometry. Well, you're better than you were, and hopefully you'll keep improving and get better, and then see your mom sends meals home. Yeah. Well, I found them at Dollar Tree, and I picked up every one they had, and I thought, okay, I'll keep these for special moments to put in. I know how to get to my daughter. Live in. No, there's just one more pack, and it may come. It may go into your mother's mouth at one point. Those are addicting. So, did you know that there was a term? There's a Scottish term. Did you see that video I posted on Facebook? And there's a Scottish term. I have a Scottish term for when I get up and I just relax in bed for a while. The Scottish term for it is called Herkling Dirkling. I thought that was so cute. So this lady, yeah, I like to Herkle and Dirkle a little bit before I get up. I said I love it. Herkle, and I'm Scottish. A pain in the. That was me. Or when she was little, and when she was little, and have a good night, Dakota. When she was little, and there were fireworks outside, she couldn't say fireworks, so she'd look at me and she'd go, "Mama," she go, "works or more water, more wireworks, more wireworks." So we don't call fireworks fireworks. We call them wireworks because of Christina. She was 2 years old, dressed up in this little 50s poodle skirt, and she was more excited about the kids. Yes, the kids coming to the door to hand out candy than she was to go around to all the houses gathering candy. So she would sit there and we'd had the window open. We had this big front window thing. And she would sit there going, "Children, candy, come get candy, children, candy." And the minute that they come, she just squeal in excitement and open the door to hand out candy. "Candy, children, come get candy." It is the cutest thing in the world. Oh, I mean, it was good. Oh, it was delight. You loved it. You were much more happy sitting around going watching handing out the kids to the candy to the kids than you were to go around and get. We can come sit on the porch with you and help you hand it out. You can children and get you dressed up in a poodle skirt like when you were two. You were in that poodle skirt, little 50s poodle skirt. When I was, I think I was 5 years old, and my mother had me dress up as an angel, and she went to put them wings on me, and I started crying hysterically, absolutely hysterical. She couldn't get the wings on. And later on, she found out that I was afraid if my mother put the wings on me that I was going to fly away. So I went around totally wingless because I wouldn't have, she couldn't get them wings on me. I was screaming. I thought that if she put the wings on me, I was going to fly away. She couldn't put the wings on me. You were Pocahontas one year. You were, you had the 50s poodle skirt. You were Cleopatra one year, weren't you? Was I was just, she couldn't understand why I was crying so bad, but I just had to go out without wings. I have the sweetest picture of you dressed up as an angel. You were an angel one year, but you let us put the wings on, but I wasn't about to have you put the wings on. No way. The original one. You Harris, it's because of this one over here. We had the Jungle Book. Now, we had to hide the Jungle Book, but my dad always found it to put it in the recorder. So when my mom and I would go out and we would come home, we knew when he would allow her to watch the Jungle Book because this kid wanted to be Mowgli and jump all around every place which way loose. And oh my god, yep, yep. Do you, do you remember when I took my country line dancing and the song that comes off of Smokey and the Bandit, Eastbound and Down? Well, I put that on to practice, and she wanted to do it. So her way of doing that song was to go in circles over again. And then we would teach her, please. This was what we were teaching her was please. And so she said again. And I said, okay, say please. Put it on again. You go around and dancing the entire time, just around in circles. It was hysterical. Oh my God. You were such, you were a fun kid. Your moments, but you were fun. You were, and she had a black tear duct, and she ended up having to have surgery when she was like a year and 2 days. And we went to the hospital, and this nurse came all dressed, and I'll never forget it. Red, he had these red shoes on, and I had to hand over my precious little baby over to this nurse because I couldn't go in the operating room. I begged her. I begged them, please let me go in, and they wouldn't let me. And so he had this harmonica in his mouth, and so he was blowing it. She was fine until he turned the corner and she realized we weren't coming with her. And all I heard was her screaming bloody murder. That's my friend from Texas, Christine is. Yes. I'm in there, you're lurking because I'm about to put my kiddo to bed. But thank you for being here. I love hearing from Christina. Well, you know what, Christine? I'm glad because I want to encourage you. I know your situation, and I just want you to know, don't put handcuffs on God because you have no idea what He's got in store for your precious. No idea. There's things I never thought this kid would be able to do, and I'm back going, okay, God, I should have just let you run because, and that was a lot of help and a lot of realizing I didn't know what I was doing as a mom, and people come in and help me. There's nothing wrong with that. And if it hadn't been for those people, I swear she wouldn't be where she was. Her 4.5 year old has autism. He's really cool to meet. It's really cool to see and hear all your stories. Yes. They, yeah, I tried. Or you call your grandmother at 4:30 in the morning and ask her about fruit. Chris, Christine, I'm sure would not mind you friend requesting her. So if you'd like to do that, just to be able to be encouraged that even though your son is dealing with autism, let's just let God take the wheel with it. I'm sure she's a delight, Christina, and I'm sure she wouldn't mind that at all. And it would if it be an encouragement to speak to her, if if it would be an encouragement for you to speak to her as an autistic individual grown up and just flourished and be an encouragement for you, I know my daughter will 100% be an encouragement. Well, we need to preface it with the majority of the time she's by herself with dogs, so she's around people. Well, mute it. Or, I mean, I couldn't be more proud of her. And it's not easy. It takes a lot of work, and I wouldn't I wouldn't trade her for the world. Um, we didn't get where we are now, and she's not where she is now because I didn't pull every resource under the sun to give her and flourish to where she is today. And you know, I'm not a Taylor Swift fan. Sorry. Maybe my daughter is, but I'm not. I'm much more Elvis. I'm not a Taylor Swift fan. You don't hate her. You just don't. Well, I think to some degree too. If you're autistic, and let's preface this too, there are some people's voices and music just are just hard on. Except on the flute. Still sing along with Elvis. No, I thank you. I don't guide it. Of course I can. Had more years. Well, well, you know what? For me, and people have to understand this, is that my dad. Well, see, I saw when I was 12 years old. Of course, at that time Elvis had already been gone for many years. But I saw him, and I thought, oh, he's cute, and that was it. Well, my dad also liked Elvis, but and so we would watch Elvis movies together. We would listen to his songs, and we connected very much with that. Between Elvis's music and songs and all that kind of stuff. And and then when my dad had dementia, I would put on Elvis's music, and we would connect, and he would sing, and he would hum along. So for me, and when I was growing up as a teenager, I come home and put on Elvis. It was comforting to me. So for me, Elvis is very special. And then when I did that photo for you, I mean, that was 50 minutes into that concert as I was making your yearly calendar. I'm telling you, that picture came over and that American trilogy came right on. And I just about, I mean, if I just, we'll have to show that picture, but he was an amazing, amazing artist. He had great talent, God given, absolutely. Didn't know how to read a stick of music. I think that he showed you can come from nothing and have a tremendous, um, you know, you just do tremendously. I will tell you one thing about Elvis was his humility and his humbleness. That to me, he would give his shirt off his back for somebody that didn't have anything. And I think that that is one of the things that out of everything in Elvis's life, that's one of the reasons I didn't like that movie because of the way they portrayed him a little bit. They did, they didn't didn't show Elvis's humbleness. I mean, Elvis was had a story that was told one time by one of his bodyguards that was there, who said this one of his bodyguards saw a magazine article. Well, the magazine article was talking about a woman that didn't have any legs. She had created this board with these wheels and gone around for years like that. And he found out about it. He said, "Get me the best wheelchair money can buy, electric." And they got it. They took it to the yeah, that's the one with Tom Hanks, but there's a lot of misinformation in it. Uh, yeah, that never happened. That never. And so anyway, he went and he heard about this story, and they put the wheelchair in the limo, and him and Priscilla and Sonny West and some of the other guys went to drop off this wheelchair. Now this lady was African American, so the whole thing about Elvis being racist was an absolute lie. And they knocked on the door, and the gentleman was there and opened the door and said, "We have a gift from your husband, or a gift for your wife." He came in, they came in with this wheelchair, and she came around the corner. They said the house was spotless. She had raised children and helped to raise some grandchildren. She's coming around with this wood with the wheels and and she looked at the wheelchair and she said, "Is this mine?" And he goes, "Yes." And they helped, Elvis and this other bodyguard helped to put this woman in the wheelchair. They said they were just crying. And Elvis said, "Listen, ma'am, I don't know a lot about it, but I know it can go fast and it can take you anywhere you want to go." He slipped the husband money. They all were in tears. Elvis said, "I got to get out of here." And so they left. Here's the important part of the story. The bodyguard looked at Elvis on as they were getting into the car and said, "Elvis, I don't think she knew who you were." He didn't go knock on the door. He didn't bring a camera crew to the house. He said, "You know what, man? It doesn't matter who I am. It doesn't matter I'm Elvis Presley. All that matters is someone cares about her. And that's the most important thing. Who I am doesn't matter a hill of beans." So, you know what? That's who Elvis was. He'd give the shirt off his back. He didn't care that he was Elvis Presley. He wanted to help people. That's who he was. And that's what people didn't see. Yes, he had his problems and he had his demons and all that other kind of stuff. Yes, he did. But there was a lot of good that was unseen by the world that Elvis did for other people. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And I just, every time I listen to Elvis, especially American Trilogy, I have to stop. I have to, I just look up and I think of my dad. That song he couldn't get through without crying. And you go listen to American Trilogy and then tell me that that man couldn't sing, because no, no. And there was somebody, I was listening to something today and they said, Somebody said Elvis is the king, and I said, and I corrected them. I said no. Yes, to the world, he's the king of the rock and roll, but he didn't like that title. And whenever anybody would say to him, "You're the king," he would say, "No, no." He said, "There's only one king, and I can't take that kingship." He said, "It's the Lord." He said, "I can't take it. I very much appreciate it, but," he said, "I can't take that kingship. There's just only one king." And he didn't like it. And I don't call him the king of rock and roll. You'll never hear it on my channel because he didn't like it. You like some of his songs. I got you to like some of his songs, you know. But I have it's because of the relationship that your dad, your grandpa, your papu, and I had over Elvis that it's just a very it's very special, and it's that connection, and it'll never go away ever. But he could towards the end when he couldn't speak, I could put on Polk Salad Annie, and he'd be humming right along and dancing in his wheelchair to it, and it was just hilarious. It, no, he wouldn't. And Christine, let me just tell you, you see this kid on the other side of here, the one that I carried for 9 months. Do you realize how much she is talking? This was a child when she was younger that wouldn't talk. Now I quiet. Oh, I mean, she would just be very quiet. She was. I. Do you remember when you were in school and Mrs. Oh, what was her name? Your yes, Miss Sparkles and Mrs. Frizzles or Mrs. Sparkles or something, but it wasn't her normal. So the teacher, told the kids Sparkles or Mrs. whatever. I can't remember what it was. Well, the next day we were trying to get this kid off to school, and I couldn't get her off. She was hysterically crying. She was having a moment. It was an autism moment. She was having it. And I had to call the school and I said, "Mrs. Corrigan," I said, "Can you please do me a favor and get Mrs. Corrigan on the phone?" And so she had to sit there and I had to explain the situation when we finally realized that you didn't want to go to school because Mrs. Corrigan was not going to be there, but Mrs. Sparkles was, or whatever she had named it, made up. And I had to get her Mrs. Corrigan on the phone to say, "Christina, Mrs. Sparkles or whatever is me. Don't worry, I'm going to be there. I'll let you in the special door." She let her in the special door every day, and it's going to be me, but don't tell the other kids. And then she finally stopped crying, and we took her to school, and she went. But my Lord, we couldn't figure out why you were so upset. But you were upset for it. Oh, yes. Yes. A lot of your teachers would. Know what I Well, she called me when you were getting married, and she was just so thrilled to death. She called me, for a bride, you don't remember. For a bride, you don't remember half of what was going on about 2 weeks or 3 weeks before you're running. It was her. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So she just was very happy. She was thrilled to death. She said you were such a sweet kid, and you were, you were a kid. A lot of the school misunderstood. Teachers that got you, and the teachers that didn't get you fell hill of beans. And your mama bear, she, yeah. The teachers that got you, and the teachers that didn't. And that's mama bear. Eh, Well, the thing was when you were in fourth grade and then you got tested and then you were finally tested and diagnosed because you were misdiagnosed and you were diagnosed with autism. And I remember turning in, giving that teacher all the things that the Dan Marino place gave us as things for the classroom about what was going on and what they should do and everything. And I said, I just quietly handed it to the teacher and I said, you need to pay attention to what autism looks like. Here you go. Because everything that I said in the previous year was right there on paper. My daughter will tell you, I'm a mama bear. You get, there's nothing I won't do for my friends and family. I am just that tough cookie that looks out. I'll be there for you in a drop of the hat. You know that. I've done it. Oh gosh, here we go. We'll see where the dust level is because the last thing I need to do is wind up with an asthma issue. We may see. We'll have to see where it is and how dusty it is, and I'll come help. I don't know if I can help bang out rugs or something, but we'll see. How how big are the rugs? You'll have to look and see if they're even washable in that way. No, no, oh, no, 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 no. Oh no! I washed the tiger rug. Oh no, 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 kid. I carpet steamer little thing that we have, and you can wash the rug. But oh no, no. Let's correct the thing right now and that right here and now. I washed and your grandmother washed the tiger rug. Your hands never got on that we. I love how you say we because we had nothing to do with it. No, I'm going to sit back, sip on my tea, and you can watch it. Because when we had to wash that tiger rug, we spent like 3 hours outside intermittently trying to wash this tiger rug. Oh boy. Good night. I didn't say I wasn't. We'll see. Oh, goodness gracious, kid. Well, I tell you, moment. There's never a dull moment. I think you need to get some sleep before you keel over. I need to get sleep because I'm running on empty. Yes, you need to rest. You're not going to work tomorrow, so you'll be able to rest, which is good. Okay. I love you. I love you. But no. You 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 realize you're pulling a thing out of Tommy's handbook? It's exactly what he says to his son. No fair. He says exactly the same thing to his son. I said, you're pulling one out of his handbook. So anyway, uh, just one thing. We were in this channel, please. So I would greatly appreciate it. Mom and daughter, we just come on. We're trying to do it like once a week and just chat. This is just a channel that I'm doing, which is just topics and connection and helping people deal with fibromyalgia and just life in general. But we come on and just be mom and daughter and just have some fun. Let my channel. Christina Rose. Oh boy. We should have stopped about a minute ago. Oh boy. We're getting punchy. Can you tell it, y'all? We're getting punchy here. But that's very nice to say. Always be your mom. I'll always be it. But I hope we got you all laughing tonight and just, so forth. But I don't know how many times accent. But you know what? It's nice to hear you say that. I've only been trying to get you to realize how important your mom is for how long now? Yeah, it's not till you get older and you move out and you realize, oh, how much your mother really did for you. And she hasn't even begun to having children of her own. When you have But see, now when you have children of your own, you'll totally go, oh my goodness. You'll look at your precious mother like I did to my mother, going, I'm really sorry I put you through all that. Because you'll get it. You'll get it. So, anyway. Well, I hope you all had a laugh. And if you haven't subscribed to us, subscribe, please. If you haven't subscribed to the Lifeboat, go subscribe. If you haven't subscribed to Christina's, go subscribe. And a bit Western to me. I don't. People say Floridians have an accent. I just don't hear it. But I think those that people hear it because it people that are not Floridians don't know whether the southern part came from Scottish or what. I do come out with y'all, but I have just started the y'all thing. So thank you, everybody that joined. I'm gonna hop off here. I want her to hop off and go to bed, and your mama because she is exhausted. 4 hours of sleep does not do this mama's body any good. And I just pray I have just be lifting me up. I have a wonderful sleep. It doesn't come. Oh, I've been praying for you today. I've been praying for you. Oh, Kylie, how are you? We're about ready to hop off. Do me a favor, watch the replay. I don't think, just real quick, people don't realize how important it is. When you find a channel, it's totally free to subscribe to them. Go through, watch some of their videos, go through and interact a little bit. Go through and hit the like button. Go through and just watch like a minute of their video if that's all you can do on some of them, because that will count towards their stuff. And the love you too. Yeah. Yep. We're just hanging out. I come on my channel. Hi Mandy. I come on my I'm going to be coming on Wednesday. We're going to be doing a topic called a connection project. If you're part of the lifeboat crew, you will want to tune into that. Um, but my daughter and I want to come on about once a week. We're going to be on My Other's Keeper on March 5th. She's another YouTuber, so go throw her some love. March 5th, 7:30 Central Time and 8:30 Eastern Time. I do not have a favorite sports. Well, Dolphins. Dolphins for me. Miami Dolphins. They Super Bowl. They should have been in the Super Bowl. Let me tell you. Once in my life, just make it to the Super Bowl, Dolphins. But we will be on My Other's Keeper March 5th, 7:30 Central Time, 8:30 Eastern Time, talking about autism. And so the both of us will be in there. She has an amazing channel, so go look her up. Christina's channel is in the description. My Other's Keeper is also in my description below. And I'm glad y'all stopped by tonight. Thank you so much. We're God is just given us blessings, and I'm thankful for the daughter I have. She is a blessing. She's a gift from God, and I'm very grateful for her. All of the gray hairs, I'm very thankful for every solitary one of them, and couldn't ask for a better one. And I'm proud that my squad calls me Mama. Take that 100%. So have a everybody. We're gonna go off. I know she's. I don't know about her, but I know this girl is going off to bed because I'm. Like I said, 4 hours does not do a fibromyalgia body any good. So I'm. And at that note, we need to say goodnight. Good night. Please spread those blessings. Go like and subscribe and comment. We love you all too. This connection thing, it's just such a powerful thing. And out of all the collaborations I will ever do with anybody, she will always be my favorite. That is my baby girl. I don't care how old she gets. She is always it. I only have one. That's it. And that's it. And I'm blessed beyond belief. So have a good night. We will do this next week. I think next week, or is it the following week? Is March 5th next week? Next Tuesday will be on My Other's Keeper. So, so we won't be coming here. We'll be going that. You have sisters and three brothers. Awesome. Christina's an only child, and so am I. So, unfortunately, that's it. But I've got nieces and nephews. I have made tremendous brothers and sisters to the lifeboat that I'm very grateful for. Yes, you can hop off. I'll stay around for a few more minutes. Get some, get some sleep. Kylie, I have five. I have two nieces, three nephews, one nephew on the way. And so I am very blessed, aunt. I'm very glad. Of course, I have one daughter, and that's it. That's all I was blessed with, and I'm very thankful that I was blessed with. So this channel right here, for those hopping on, is usually my Blessed to Crochet is the right way, I guess. I think I don't know, but anyway, this is a channel that I have done. I deal with fibromyalgia on a daily basis, so I wanted to give a place for people that to put tools in their toolbox to deal with chronic pain, fibromyalgia, connection, creativity. We talk about a whole slew. Your teacher had another girl, a whole slew of issues and things and discussions, and I'm just looking forward to the journey that this channel is going to take me on. Looking forward to collaborating with people like Kelly B. Kelly B69. I'm looking forward to having her come on my channel and getting to know her through that way. So you don't have to crochet. Um, well, then welcome. You don't have to crochet to be a part of it. You just want to come on and talk and have a place to do so. So um, that's what we're here for. I'm going to get off. I keep saying that. I say that on my channel. I want to get off and then I think of something else and then scrolling and then I go to another topic. But I've really had a little bit of a longer day than anticipated, full of wonderful blessings today, and I am really tired if it doesn't show in my eyes. And I need to go rest my body. Tomorrow I will be not on, but I will be on Wednesday, and I will put that notification in my thing in my on my channel. So again, welcome to new people that came in. Please like and subscribe. Stay and talk to me more. I want to know how more about me. I would love to, and I really would. I am really tired, and I am not. I'm not. I'm really tired. I'd love to know more. And you certainly can place comments below. Welcome the sisters. I can stay on a few more minutes, but I'm really tired. If you don't know about fibromyalgia, it's a chronic pain disorder. I'm in pain every day of my life, and I could not fall asleep last night. For the love of God, I could not go to sleep. And I finally fell asleep about 5. I woke up at 7:30 and my husband was on the couch, or not on the couch. He was in bed and he was snoring really loud, and I went on the couch and slept for like 2.5 hours. Came to bed, and at 8 o'clock, my aunt, who's dealing with stage 4 lung and liver cancer, called and needed to talk because she was on her way to chemo. And I was like, she's like, I woke you up, and I'm like, no, you can call me day or night right now. I'm just glad you're still here that I can talk to. So I talked to her for a half an hour, and then I finally fell asleep about 9 o'clock and woke up at 10:30. Yes, we do. If you go on my channel, you will see a little dog named Mocha. Well, she's not very little. She is a Staffordshire Bull Terrier that was rescued. I have a video on my channel talking about all the dogs that we have owned and fostered throughout our life and what I have learned from them. And Mocha is a Staffordshire Bull Terrier that was actually rescued. She was choked by neighborhood kids that thought it was funny, and then she was taken to a home and beaten. And then we got her, and my daughter, of course, that you just met, got to do lots of loving, and she has certainly come a long way. Well, thank you, Kelly. I appreciate it. She's come a long way. It's actually Christina's dog, Mocha is. And it's funny because my daughter doesn't like coffee, but she didn't want to change her name. So if you go on, you'll see Mocha. And if you go in and look under, there's a chat that says, get chatting with my daughter, and we're in a car. Yeah, she is. She's a sweetheart. I'm very blessed. And we were in the car with Mocha. And so there's some video of Mocha on our channel. Mocha is, I guess you call it, my grand dog. And we're taking care of her because Christina can't have her at this time. So we are taking care of her, and but it's Christina's dog. We have to. She is a love and a cuddle. She's a lot of work too. Staffordshire Bull Terrier is never a dog for a first-time dog owner. They are for dog owners that are have had several dogs and have some knowledge of staffies. She has also been a dog that has been somewhat trained, and we still constantly have to work on that because, like this afternoon, you're 9th grade, and this afternoon she was wanting to think she was going to rule the roost, and that was not going to happen. You have 7 guinea pigs and 3 cats and 3 dogs. Wow. My daughter loves animals tremendously. She's amazing with dogs. She says she's fostered several, and she works with dogs, and she's amazing with them. And that's one of the things too, is that those with autism are visual learners, And that is something that dogs are as well. They're visual learners, and she just has flourished tremendously with dogs. And so she's very, very good with them. And dogs just radiate towards her tremendously. So, but you will see Mocha. She's a hoot. And I'm glad we could rescue her out of a very terrible situation and give her lots of love. They're not yours, the 2 dogs and the 3 guinea pigs. Well, you know what? They're animals that you get to love, hopefully. You get to just enjoy. Mocha's not mine technically, but I get to sit there, and she'll often come up and cuddle under blankets if I'm sitting on the couch and crocheting, and she'll cuddle up underneath the blanket and do that. And especially in Ohio where it gets cold. And she'll cuddle up under the blanket and do it while I'm crocheting and so forth. Or sometimes if I'm hurting, she'll want to come in the bed here and cuddle up and help me feel better. So I actually has my brother's dog on me. They're amazing. I mean, if I'm hurting, Mocha knows it. She'll do a lot to be able to come in the bed and just cuddle and help me do it. So it's amazing. She's sleeping on you. That's awesome. My daughter did really good. She did a lot of her autism service dog slept with her, which was a huge help. And then, we fostered several dogs, which they all slept with Christina. It actually helped her sleep better. And Mocha actually sleeps with my mom because there's just not enough room, even in a king size bed, because she wants to cuddle if I'm a side sleeper, she'll want to cuddle. Thank you. She'll want to cuddle in my leg, behind my leg, and there's not a lot of room. I crocheted all that. It was actually a room divider, like a picture room divider I found on OfferUp, and I thought, oh, I can use that and put crocheted items in the frames. And then I just ended up, because we live in an apartment and the back wall here rubbed up against it. You rock. Well, thank you. And so I just added this to it so that you didn't see the scuff marks that my chair has caused the wall. So I put that. Usually when I'm on my channel, I use a camera and I use a streaming service, and it's much more, you don't see all the top here, but I have to do it this way for right now until we get Christina either on StreamYard with me or OBS, one of the two. But I would love to stay on, but my mind is. So you know what? I knock knock. Is there a joke? As long as it's clean, we're good. I'm gonna get off here in just a minute because I'm having trouble even getting my words together because I'm really tired. I've been pushing all day. And, I'm gonna pay for it tomorrow, unfortunately. Who are you looking so good in that shirt? Well, thank you very much, but husband's on the other side of this wall. Thank you very much. I'm going to get off here and get some rest because I'm really, really tired. Okay. I'm sorry. Like I said, brain's not operating here. It's gone. It's gone in the. It's gone. 4 hours sleep. I apologize. I'm really tired and I'm not reading things and things are starting to blur together. It was just a shirt I threw on. Flannel shirt because I knew I was going to get cold. I was getting cold. I'll throw on a shirt. It tells you I need some rest. It's an honest mistake. Like I said, it shows 4 hours sleep. My brain is slowly shutting down and saying, Mary, you need to go get some rest. You have to go to bed. We'll get some rest. We're all going to get some rest. And I think we'll all feel better and think more clearly in the morning. So have a good night. Thank you for joining me and my daughter. Remember, next week we will be on My Other's Keeper, Tuesday, 7:30 Central Time, 8:30 Eastern Time. Her video is in the description below. For those that joined, thank you. For those that are new, thank you. Hopefully you will catch me when I'm more rested. My name is Mary. My daughter's name is Christina. So I will be more rested and much more in sync. So I appreciate your understanding and your patience, especially towards the end of the stream. Have a good night, everybody. Please like and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Welcome to the new people that are coming on. I love it. I'm hoping to really grow this channel. I very much want to see this channel grow and connections happen and friendships happen. It's just, I'm looking forward to seeing the growth. Have a great night. Have a blessed night. Spread those blessings, please. Rest well. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I will be keeping her in my prayers. But anyway, I'm really getting off here. Have a great night, everybody. And take care and come back. If this is your first time stopping, let it not be your last. Come to my house. Come to my mom's house. This is her channel as well. Next time. We'll see you on the next one. Have a great night. Bye, y'all.